Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gabriel, and today we are doing a Divine Abundance reading with the Divine Abundance Oracle cards by Tasha Silver. I was feeling into it today, and it just felt like it's a Divine Abundance reading. We're all calling in our abundance this year, this spring, and it feels like it's about that time. So let's get into it. All right, I've already pre-shuffled, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull some cards. Our first card today is Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. Yeah, if you saw my video earlier this week, I talk a lot about healing religious blocks and about faith being your fortune, and that ties perfectly into a divine abundance reading. If you are struggling with your abundance, if you're finding yourself feeling like you're struggling for money, or if you're having trouble manifesting what you desire, you want to look at your faith. Like, do you have faith in the process? Do you have faith that you can heal your abundance blocks? Do you have faith that God will see you through? If you're doubting that constantly, if you're doubting that God will deliver your divine lover, your twin flame, if you have doubts that God can, manifest the amount of money you need to do whatever it is that you're calling in, whether it's investing in Twin Flame Ascension School, or if it's just buying groceries this week, wherever you are in your process and in manifesting your abundance, without faith, it's going to be very hard for you to manifest what you need. Because God is your source. God is your banker. Don't look to your job or the government or, your husband or wife or whoever to be your source of abundance or money or flow. You look to God always. You don't look, if you're keeping that faith and you know that God will support you and you allow God to support you in your life, however it comes, you can, manifest that much more quickly than if you were to hold on to that doubt and feel like you have to do it all yourself. All right, the next card is Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Yeah, I really love this. And it plays so well into the faith card of, you can set the intention to manifest. Like you probably seen on TikTok people who are like, I manifest everything I need. I manifest all this stuff. I'm going to just use this sound, or I'm going to write in my notebook 5,000 times that I've manifested $1 million in my bank account. But without surrender to God, without surrender to the flow, without surrender to how things come about, without surrender to the path, without doing the inner work, even if you're just saying like, I'm gonna manifest $1 million, and you're just gonna sit in your room and say, well, I wrote it down, I used the sound on TikTok. If you're just doing that, you're deluding yourself. We're actually working the process. You actually have to have faith and surrender that to God. And then you follow through with the steps that God is guiding you to do. You surrender to the flow. If you say, I want to manifest $1 million, and God is like, okay, go do this thing over here. And it can look like whatever. God is asking you to invest in artwork for your place of living. That's something that God is asking me to do right now, is to, instead of having white walls behind me, I'm gonna have artwork on the walls to liven up my place and make myself feel better. It could be that God is saying, take this job here, or hey, go do this thing, or hey, love my child here. Whatever it is that God is asking you to do, you have to follow through with those steps, and surrender is always a part of that. If you're just, putting it out into the universe, but not actually following through on your part, then it's just a delusion. So Make sure that if you're calling something in, if you're calling in your abundance, make sure you're doing the work to receive it. And it could just be that you need to heal your beliefs about money, or it could be that you just need to support yourself with what you have right now. But whatever it is, feel into your heart. You already know what your next step is, and you can take that step knowing that that will help you manifest your abundance. Next card is right action. Yeah, exactly like what I was saying. I'm not gonna pronounce this because I think it's an Indian word, and I will probably mess it up. But this word literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. Right action. And again, this is surrender. This is faith. This is taking the action that you need to take. And yeah, exactly like I was just saying in the last card, whatever God is guiding you to do, do it. Whatever God is asking you to let go of, surrender it. And trust that if God is asking you to give up something that you think is good for you, that God wouldn't ask you to give it up if he didn't have something even better coming for you. And you have to clear your energy of the old in order to receive what is good for you, what is right for you. And you can trust that every single time, that if you surrender, God will see you through. All right, next card is non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Yeah, you can be yourself while also being in the flow with God. There is no conflict there. There is no duality. There's not like me and God. You are one with God. You are one with that flow. And what you desire, what you truly desire, is what God already desires for you and created for you. And you can trust that. If you find that there's like, oh, God is asking me to do this thing that I don't really want to do, maybe you have to surrender. Maybe you have to do the mirror exercise here. Because if God is guiding you to an action, even if you're like, oh, I don't think I want to do this, God is asking you to do that for a reason. It could be to learn. It could be to grow. It could be because you actually would really love to do it and you just haven't given yourself the chance to do that yet. So be yourself. Allow God to show you that flow, because there is no conflict there. All right, the last card of the day is receiving. Yes, if you're going to manifest your abundance, you have to be willing to receive. Every day, it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Yeah, you have to be willing to receive from God in whatever form that God wants to give to you. It could be through spiritual gifts like awareness. It could be through financial means like financial abundance. It could be with your twin flame. You could have a breakthrough in any number of ways. And you have to be open to that and open to receiving that. If you reject what God is giving you because you think you want something more, like if God is giving you a text message from your twin flame and you're like, nope, I don't want that, I want to immediately be in union, then it's like, oh, you're kind of just shutting that path down. Like God is maybe giving you a really big gift of like starting a conversation with your twin flame. Maybe God is giving you, a $10 gift card, and maybe that doesn't seem like a lot. Maybe that just seems like, oh, I got this random gift card. But maybe it'll help brighten your day. Maybe you can go buy some candy, or maybe it'll help you pay off something that you wanted to buy that you thought was going to be a splurge or something like that. However God decides to give you something, be open to receiving it. And even to the point where be open to receiving guidance, being open to receiving just signs from God, and being open to receive the amount of love that God has for you. I know like one upset that I worked through was like, I was upset that I received so much from God for giving so little. And like, I think we all expect like people to want a lot in return if they give you a lot. And God doesn't. Like God just wants you to love him and love his children. be with him. Like, God just really wants you to love him. That's really all God asks. And God already knows that, like, you can't possibly repay God for what God has given you. You can't ever do that. But God is never asking you to do that. God doesn't hold resentments of, like, I've already given you all this stuff. It's more just like God just wants you to love him in return. And it's like so little for what you get, because God just gives you exponentially more the more love that you cultivate in your relationship with him. And if you're open to receiving that, you can receive more and more, and you can give back more and more without actually losing anything you receive by giving. It's all one and the same. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you'd like, to receive support on your twin flame journey, you can see my services at sacredtwinflameunion.com, and I will see you all in the next video.